Hi, so we're back for part 2, and we have most everything ready for the shepherd's pie. The potatoes have just come out of the microwave. They are sitting in the rice cooker plus, and so I'm going to open this up. All right, and remember there's a lot of steam, so please be very careful. We're going to set that over there. And you just want to make sure that you're very careful with this piece because all the steam is going to escape there. All right, so I do this with my pasta. You can cook your pasta this way, you can cook your rice this way, or your potatoes. With pasta and potatoes, you're going to fill it up about an inch past the item. With rice, I do 2 cups of, or do a ratio of 2 to 1. So 2 liquid to 1 rice. So if I'm just going to feed the family, I'm going to do 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of broth. I was out of broth today, and so we decided just to use water. So that's okay, but I prefer to use broth when I make these. All right, so I'm going to drain this. And one thing I learned with draining this is if you take this piece out and put this piece back on, there are little drain holes in the top of the lid here. So I'm gonna just do that to drain most of the liquid out here, okay? So again, I'm using my grippies because this is still warm and I don't want any steam to kind of get me or whatever. So I'm gonna take this over to my fridge, or to my sink. Pour this out. So you see all that steam is escaping. I know it's hard for you guys to see because of the reflection and because it snowed, and so it's very white outside, and with the sun shining, it's making it hard to see. All right, so I think I got most of the liquid out there. I'll show you the potatoes inside.
Nice.
All right, so this was only 4 red potatoes. That's just what I had. This is just what we're gonna use for today. I have about a tablespoon of butter. That's like 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna use a little whipping cream that I have left over from another recipe. I'm not gonna measure. I wanna say that was about 3 ounces. All right, so that's over there. We're gonna do some garlic. Mia, you wanna help with the garlic? All right, so with our garlic, we have 3 tiny little baby pieces left. And with our garlic press, you do not need to make your garlic naked. So we're just gonna leave this clothes on. We're gonna press them in here. And Mia, go ahead and press.
Where's your little, oh, there.
Oh, I think the little tool's in the sink already.
No, it's right here.
You got it? Okay. All right, so squeeze his little brains out.
Yeah.
All right, and then you take this and you just scrape this like that.
It's a blessing.
Right in there. And then when you open it up, you use this in and you can pull the skin out just like that. All right, we just put that part in the trash because we don't need that part, but that's how we squeeze his brains out.
And we don't put this in the dishwasher.
Yeah, you can put this in the dishwasher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's dishwasher safe. All right, just don't lose the little tool because that can sometimes end up in your garbage disposal. And you have to be careful because that will mess up your garbage disposal. But you can buy just a replacement one of these if you've lost Ken's brush that goes with your garlic press. All right, so we're gonna use our mix in mash here to do our potatoes. I'm gonna move the potatoes around to get that butter started to melt in there, and then I'm gonna let Mia kind of mash while I do some salt and pepper. Now my family likes peppery potatoes, so that's where I'm gonna go for a few minutes. Do a little bit of our Himalayan sea salt, not too much. They can salt and pepper it as they will. Plus, we're also gonna put brown gravy on it. All right, so this is how I do brown gravy out of the jar, okay? I just don't have the ability to make any brown gravy right now. So we're doing that. All right, my family also likes cheese in their potatoes, especially when we're making shepherd's pie. So I'm gonna do a layer of cheese on the top after I'm done, but let me show you Mia's mashing here. So she's got her mashed potatoes. She's been using the mix and mash little tool right there. There you go. This is great for doing brownies too, because then you can lick it and you don't get stuff all over your face when you're using, excuse me, a whisk. All right, so I'm just gonna stir and make sure we've got all of our butter mixed up in there and mash. All right, so I've got some friends that were on earlier. They helped us, they were watching while we did the shepherd's pie. That was just some ground beef, cooked by itself, drained off. Then we left the beef to the side while we did our carrot, celery, and a little bit of 3 onion rub with Pampered Chef. Then we added some garlic fresh garlic. That was all sauteing in a little oil. And then once we got that kind of where we wanted it, we added our ground beef back. We added a half a bag of frozen corn and frozen peas because that's what we had. And that's just what we're gonna do. All right, so our taters are pretty good. We like them kind of like slightly chunked, like a smashed potato as opposed to a mashed potato. So we got that all ready to go. All right, so then what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna use our piece of cookware today to do this.
Oh, yes.
So we're just going to, instead of doing another dish, here is our shepherd's pie round 1. Okay, so there's all that stuff in there. And this has been sitting on the stove top, staying warm. Let's shut that off so we don't forget. And then I just take my large scoop and I'm gonna do my potatoes. So I'm just gonna scoop it around. Actually, we didn't taste test our taters to see if they needed anything else.
Ooh,
oh well,
fine.
They'll be good. We did whipping cream and butter. What else could you ask for? Okay. And I'm just scooping them around. Gonna do like an even layer as best I can. Now remember, this is all I had. I only had 4 red potatoes. I only had 1 pound of ground beef. I prefer using a yellow, like a Yukon potato when I make mashed potatoes. So like for Thanksgiving, that's what I did. Is I had I had 2 bags, 5 pounds of that. But with the blizzard yesterday, we just didn't get to the store again. All right, so this is what we're doing. All right, so I'm gonna take my Baywatch Babe. All right, Baywatch Babes, all silicone up top. Who's got some Baywatch Babes? All right, and I'm gonna take the rest of our potatoes. All right, and I'm just gonna smush them around. So you can kind of see I had the little balls, and now I'm just gonna smush just to kind of cover it the best I can. I would have preferred to have more potatoes, but you know what? I didn't. So here's what we got. All right.
It's all good.
It's all gonna be mixed together anyway, right?
Yeah. Trust me, it is really good.
All right, and then my family likes cheddar on the top, so I'm gonna use my microplane. Will you turn the oven, just hit the bake and turn it on. All right, so I'm gonna take my microplane and I'm gonna do a little cheese on top. I'm gonna try not to throw the cheese all over the floor when I do this. All right, so that looks good there. One thing is never a shortage at my house is cheese. We always have multiple blocks of cheese. Does that look good? You think that's enough cheese?
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna put this in the oven just like that. So that was our layer of ground beef with our veggies in it, our mashed potatoes, which we just put some butter and whipping cream, salt, pepper, and garlic. We forgot to taste test them. Let me see. Here's a little bit. Probably could use a little more salt, but I think they're fine because we'll salt and pepper them up when they come out. Oh, I can taste the garlic. That was good. Mia's looking for, she's going to lick this like you would a batter bowl after brownies. She's going to lick that. And then I'm just going to put this in the oven. So I forgot to preheat my oven, so I'm just going to wait for it to come up temperature. I'll put this in, and it is now 3 o'clock, and we're just going to have an early dinner. So everything is cooked. It won't take that long to put this in there. I may just put it down at like 300 and let it go 20-30 minutes just to delay a little bit longer. So that I can do some dishes, but that's about it. So I appreciate you guys coming back to catch round 2 of the shepherd's pie, but I wanted to recap for you so you could see the final product. So there you go, 12-inch family skillet, shepherd's pie, going right in the oven, and then we'll serve it out of here. Make sure you don't use metal in here. If you notice when I was using the scoop, I wasn't touching the pan, and I'm not gonna use the pan, I'm not gonna scoop out of this pan with that either. I'm gonna use, a lot of times we just grab one of these and use this to scoop it out, and then we'll heat the gravy up on the side, and then everybody will drizzle their gravy on there. So thank you guys so much for coming back, and if you have any questions, let me know, and I hope to pamper you in your kitchen here real soon. Thanks.